Good evening, earthly flesh bags, and welcome back to Midnight Mutant Theater. Tonight, I've got a real pukety puke production from 1950 called Rocketship X-M. It's a spooky one, kids. Earth's bold attempt to go to the moon with people who don't know much about acting, let alone getting to the moon. The plot, a team of very brilliant 1950s thinkers, none of whom have ever known anything about navigation, blast off from Earth and somehow end up on Mars. Go figure. Just a little bit of a mistake, maybe 33 million miles or so. This interplanetary oops fest stars Lloyd Bridges as a square-jawed pilot, and you've got Osa Mason as the brilliant chemist the crew mostly ignores because she's a woman. John Emery as the mission's intense and full of brains actor. Noah Beery Jr., from Rockford Files, of course, as the comic relief with no punchlines in the film whatsoever. So, buckle up. We're in for a real puke fest today. Another film filmed in California with a no nukes theme behind it all. Oh, who would have thought something would happen in the 1950s? No nukes. Please don't nuke the world. Yes. So before I drop you to sleep, here is Rocketship X-M. No trespassing over G there. U.S. government proving grounds, White Sands, New Mexico. I've been to White Sands, New Mexico. It's a very nice place. Lots of tarantulas. Ha ha.
Blood pressure slightly high. Nothing to be alarmed about, though. Quite understandable under the circumstance.
The weaker sex. The only one whose blood pressure is normal.
What a kidder.
With you in the assembly hall in another minute. Shall we go?
Good luck.
Thank you, Doctor, and good night.
Good night. Now, these are astronauts, and they're all wearing military field jackets and army boots to go up to the moon. I guess that was standard uniform for space astronauts at the time in 1950.
X minus 16 minutes.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Yes.
Every news service and newspaper is represented here tonight. And for your cooperation in the past, when complete secrecy was vital, we are grateful. However, I must make something clear. Although ours is not strictly a military project, a great deal of our research and knowledge falls within security regulations. Therefore, I must insist that you reveal only such information as appears in the authorized press release, which will be handed to you later.
Yes.
I'm sure that we can all recall the wild tales of the flying discs, flying saucers, spaceships, and who knows what imaginative creations. The press is to be commended.
It's real. It's real. It's not imaginative. Oh, I came to Earth in a space dick.
We're discounting, in most instances, these premature rumors, and so helping to minimize public apprehension. Tonight, you are invited.
I love how everybody is smoking in the briefing room.
Here to witness an important event. You are all familiar with our previous work in sending robot missiles into space. That phase is at an end. Tonight we will launch the first manned spaceship, the RXM, Rocketship Expedition Moon.
X-minus 15 minutes.
Forever, man has dreamed of visiting the nearest of heavenly bodies. Some for adventurous, fantastic reasons. Others, like ourselves, because they visualized a successful lunar expedition as the first step toward practical interplanetary travel. Today, there is even the possibility that an unassailable base could be established on the moon to control world peace.
Now, wait a minute. An unassailable base be placed on the moon to control world peace? What are they trying to put into our heads in 1950? How will a base on the moon conduct world peace? I'm lost on that one, my friends.
I will now introduce to you the head of this expedition and his crew, Dr. Carl Ekstrom, designer of the RXM, and as you all know, one of the most brilliant physicists of the day, and an old friend.
Oh, yes.
Dr. Lisa Van Horn, his most able
Lisa.
co-worker and assistant, Doctor of Chemistry. Colonel Floyd
She's a
Graham,
looker.
pilot. Mr. Harry
Jeff
Chamberlain,
Bridges.
astronomer, of the Mount Wilson and Palomar observatory staffs. Mr. Chamberlain will serve as
Got a head shaped like a molar.
navigator. Major William Corrigan, engineer.
Rockford Files.
I shall now ask Dr. Ekstrom to outline the flight plan for you.
Dr. Excrement.
Carl?
Here we go.
X-minus 14 minutes.
He's good at drawing circles.
Distance between the Earth and the Moon at its closest proximity is 238,000 miles.
Somehow we end up on Mars later on in the movie. That's 33 million miles away, but who's counting?
We expect to cover this distance in approximately 48 hours.
Oh,
The first phase of our flight will be the ascent to an altitude of 300
A
miles.
single J2 engine in the S4B stage will provide 200,000 pounds of thrust.
now this animation is actually from the Apollo project in the 1960s. It's almost identical to what they were saying in this movie. So in 1950, were they trying to tell us how they're really going to get to the moon? Or did the Apollo project and NASA just rip this off from the film to try to tell us and make some story up about how they got to the moon? Watch, it's fun.
It will place the spacecraft in an Earth parking orbit. Then its engine will be shut down. At the proper predetermined time and position in the Earth orbit, the S4B will be reignited for propelling the spacecraft into a translunar trajectory. A few
Translunar.
minutes later,
I'm in the translunar trajectory at this very moment, my friend.
staging will occur. The S4B will be separated, fairings will be jettisoned, and the lunar excursion
I hate when my fairings are jettisoned. Very painful.
module will be repositioned to a nose-to-nose attitude with a command module. A number of mid-course maneuvers may be required to place the spacecraft into position for obtaining the desired orbit around
Looks like they're making love, doesn't it?
the
Disgusting.
Moon. Preparatory to acquiring its lunar orbit, the spacecraft will be reoriented for deceleration. The service module propulsion system will slow the spacecraft to the proper velocity for obtaining a precise circular orbit, approximately 100 nautical miles above the lunar surface. While the spacecraft is coasting in its lunar orbit, two members of the crew will transfer to the lunar excursion module through the hatch at the connection point between the two vehicles. After preparations are completed, the lunar excursion module will separate from the command and service modules, which will remain in lunar orbit. The lunar excursion module will be properly oriented, and its propulsion system will transfer the vehicle into an elliptical orbit suitable for approaching the lunar surface. The vehicle will be reoriented for landing.
X-minus 12 minutes.
We still have a few moments, ladies and gentlemen, for questions, if any of you care to.
Chamberlain.
No questions, I guess.
How do you fit into the picture? Do you have any
I'm the good-looking one that the women can swoon over during the film.
family? No, I've been living on mountaintops.
He's been living on mountaintops. Okay.
I'm afraid it's too lonely for such opportunities. Have you ever done any flying? Only as a passenger. But you're the navigator. But you must realize that intersolar flight requires far more exact and precise navigation than any earthbound voyage. Mm-hmm. Of course, that's incidental. It is? Yes. You see, as an astronomer, I can appreciate the perfect observation conditions on a body without atmosphere, such as our moon. Do you realize that within 1
Oh, I've
hour...
got about 800 head grazing down there. I bought my ranch with the flight pay I saved up during the war.
Mm-hmm. How does your wife feel about you going?
Well, she's a Texan, too, and well, she knows that when a Texas man makes up his mind to do something, that's it. Period. Say, I wish you fellas could have seen her face, so when I walked in and told her, in the strictest confidence, of course, honey, I'm going to the moon.
What did she say?
Well, she looked at me for a second and then said, what for? They ain't got nothing there that we don't have more of right here in Texas.
We've already made the trip 100 times.
What?
It's like I picked the wrong week to quit smoking. Yeah, I've done more flying this last month than I've done over 100 missions. And believe me, this is the hottest crew I've ever worked with, especially in the brains department.
Yeah, very attractive.
Oh, behave. Yeah, baby.
You haven't got a chance.
From the woman's angle, Dr. Van Horn, how does it feel making a trip like this alone with 4 men?
We seem to be made to suffer. It's our lot in life.
Well, tell me, Doctor, is there any specific reason why one member of the crew should be a woman?
I'd like to answer that if I may.
Certainly.
Hold your tongue, you silly goose. I refuse to argue the point with a mental midget. And as for you, you jabbering Judas, henceforth our friendship is at an end. Leave us.
X minus 11 minutes until total combustion or liftoff, whichever comes first.
You may view the takeoff from the observation bunker and return to this room immediately afterward. Everybody return here after the takeoff.
Everybody. Guess he told them. There's so many things in this film they could have cut out to chop down the time. Like, we don't need to see them marching back and forth in this underground hallway. It's just a waste. It tells us nothing about the story.
X minus 7 minutes until someone realizes we're doing this without seatbelts.
Gyro control and compass okay.
Battery's all up, autopilot's okay, everything's in order. Let's go.
I've checked these calculations many times. They're perfectly correct. Oh, yes, all commercial flights have been detoured 100 miles south.
Thank you. Well, I can't think of anything we've overlooked. All we need now is a little luck.
It doesn't seem real that the moment finally has arrived after all these years.
Has been a long time.
A long time for 2 men to work together.
You remember when we started, what they called us?
A couple of sexy sailors.
Yes, and what are we now? Maybe just crackpots.
The only regret I have is that we didn't get married before this mission.
Your job is no less important.
X minus 6 minutes till we void the warranty.
Well, good luck. Thunder. Good luck, everybody.
That looked like a coffee pot or something. Maybe an antique hot water tank.
Give the bit.
Listen, folks, there's one of them newfangled horseless carriages coming.
The paper is. Yeah,
X minus 5 minutes and the coffee's still cold.
Better take one more look. We won't be as close as this to Mother Earth for some time.
Back decline there. They all look really worried about it, don't they? Pretty nice set. This film was made on a budget of $95,000. I think of all the films I've shown so far, this is the best looking one, the best produced.
You give a monitor, I don't want to.
X minus 4 minutes.
Oh, excuse me.
Motor room clear.
Everything in order.
X minus 3 minutes, unless the duct tape gives out.
Okay. First 7 minutes of flight, controlled by automatic pilot.
Pilot's ready.
7 minutes, straight ascent.
Straight ascent from starting point.
Starting thrust using all tail assembly engines, 2,300 tons.
Right.
Right.
Fuel mixture?
Hydrogen and oxygen plus A12. After 120 seconds, hydrogen and oxygen plus A14. After 340 seconds, hydrogen plus A16.
After 560 seconds, A16.
Right.
The guy didn't want to be outdone by the woman, so he had to chip
Question?
in there.
X minus 2 minutes.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Now I lay me down to sleep. I pray the Lord my soul to keep. If I should die before I wake, I pray the Lord my soul he'll take.
X minus 1 minute. Please locate your barf bags.
Pukety puke, my friends.
X minus 50 seconds. If you left the oven on, it's too late now.
Y'all look so sad.
X minus 30 seconds. X minus 20 seconds.
X minus 10 seconds until this tube becomes a flaming death rocket.
X minus 5 seconds. 4,
3, 2, 1, 0.
Miles now.
The contrast now is going beautifully.
no difference.
See it beautifully. The contrast now is going
beautifully. No difference.
See it beautifully on the
Everything just go around.
on the screen here.
Now, if you'll follow me, we'll attempt to establish radio contact with the ship.
That was a quick launch. They should have spent more time with the launch than walking back and forth in the hallways. Press briefing room. Oh,
Damn it.
this guy.
The
They're
human
like
body
60
can
years old
withstand
for
these accelerations,
an astronaut.
but it certainly was never meant to. I feel like I was just tossed off a spooky rock.
Are you all right, Doctor?
Oh, yes, can't hurt an old campaigner like me.
How about you? You all right?
Certainly.
Radar and gyro compass in order. Automatic pilot okay.
Fuel consumption?
Normal.
Air pressure?
15 pounds.
Melted. My coat. Where am I doing?
Harry.
It's a marvelous sight, isn't it?
It is.
You can study maps, globes, and try to visualize. But the actual experience, it's hard to express it.
Stand by to turn.
Yes. Be careful. We've got to turn now. Hold on tight,
Stand
people.
by. 4, 3, 2, turn.
Oh my God, we're turning. What do I do? Help me. Help me. Mr. Gower. Mr. Gower, I'm falling off the planet. Oh, we're straightening out now. Oh, thank God.
Return completed.
Better on my back.
Flight speed 3,400 miles per hour.
Altitude
Wow.
360 miles.
How do we stand on fuel now?
Retail supply left in tail section.
Mixture at present.
A16.
Harry, contact the base.
Right.
Right. Right on it. Base. XM to base.
RXM calling BWS. RXM calling BWS. Over.
Come in, RXM. Over to you.
Stand by, BWS.
Ekstrom speaking.
Hello? I'll have a cheeseburger with no ketchup. And I'll also have a chicken sandwich with no tomatoes and with extra mayonnaise.
We'll be standing by. 5,500 miles.
Continue acceleration.
Now, what is this white thing coming out from behind the Earth? I've watched this film several times now, and I have no idea what this white thing is. It's like, it looks like something from my battleship or something. I can't figure out what that is. I think it's a mistake in the special effects.
Hey, what happened to the rest of the night? I'm afraid we ran right out
And
of
in my pants.
It's darkness you want. Wait till we enter outer space. The realm of
Darkness, you
perpetual
want?
night.
Look at my ass.
6,000. 6,200 miles per hour.
Up there, up there. All those out everything.
Yep.
That comes marching
Radar
in.
is tracking him first. I had contact with him 4 minutes ago. Altitude 1,600 miles. Speed 21,000 miles per hour, constantly increasing. They are about to reach escape velocity. 22,000.
Bill, check the pressurizing
Here
system of
wasted.
oxygen.
Boy, this kind of weather makes me feel right at home. It's like a nice, cool night in East Texas.
24,000.
Yeah,
Take
that's
a reading the
what it's
moment we
like.
attain escape velocity.
Yes.
I love
Stand
how
up.
they don't have seatbelts. They don't have seatbelts. They're wearing leather flight jackets in the middle of space. They have clipboards hanging on the wall.
25,000.
Prepare ship for ludicrous
Start the
speed.
front assembly motors. Only 40 seconds supply of fuel left.
Hold on tight, everybody.
You ready?
Ready.
All right. I'm ready.
Reduce power.
That was a little too close for comfort.
We might be in a vacuum, but I sure felt the wind of that one.
Oh,
Harry,
my
contact
God.
the base again.
Yes. Harry, do it.
RXM calling BWS. Over.
Come in, RXM. Over to you.
Stand by, BWS.
We're on our way.
and some
I got a
onion rings with no salt. And I also want a large orange soda with no ice. And, did you get all that?
We're like, closed or something. Go away.
I'm in, RXM. Ladies and gentlemen, we had hoped by having the entire press represented here tonight to eliminate any possible hearsay, rumor, or speculation from your reports. However, I regret to have to ask you to confine yourselves to the official news release. I promise to hand you any news that may come in as soon as it can be cleared.
Thank you, Saya. There's the moon.
Don't think I like all this dark. Well, it might be all right for sleeping. For a steady diet, I used to hate the daylight because I couldn't work. But up here in this eternal night, it's a different feeling. Yeah. Fella can get used to anything, I guess, if he has to. I remember when I was first assigned to jets.
What did they just pack a picnic basket of ham sandwiches? They're going to be up in space for days, and all they have are a bunch of ham sandwiches. They're all sitting around just
Said to
chowing
the Colonel, Colonel, I joined this man's Air Force to fly an airplane. But nobody's going to hitch me to no Roman candle.
Well, it's too late now,
right
buddy.
inside him. I think. Boy, oh boy.
Wife of Boda.
Ain't she pretty?
Yes.
When you see Texas,
Holy dog shit! Texas only steers and queers come from Texas, private
a
cowboy.
mere speck. A mere speck? Texas a mere speck? Oh, no. Listen, my friend, I'm broad-minded. I've been around people, but don't you ever let any other Texan hear you say that. I'm a mere speck.
Oh, Texans.
I bet.
Like a bite of my sandwich?
It's like I picked the wrong week to quit drinking.
Like walking in a cloud, no effort at all. We're getting deeper and into planetary space. Gravity will soon be practically non-existent.
Look. Like I picked the wrong week to quit amphetamines.
Hey, whoa.
Right there when he grabs it, you can see the coat hanger that the wire is stuck to.
I need you. Don't you think it's amusing?
There's nothing funny about that. Simply the lack of gravity.
Oh, of course, Dr. Van Hoor. Better make sure our equipment's passing down.
Now, don't get mad at me, but can't you ever relax? All these weeks, months, I've been watching you.
No.
Nothing but work.
Can't relax. Get away from me.
Oh, I've been wondering.
Jeff.
Picked the wrong week to quit sniffing doing a thing like this in the first place.
I suppose you think that women should only cook and sew and bear children?
Isn't that enough? There's such a thing as going overboard in the other direction, too, yeah.
Well, you see what our life is like now, that all the women are working and the kids are home alone playing video games.
If you know what you want.
Oopsie. Somebody had too much chili.
I'll check the engines.
Bill, pressurize the motor room first.
Yes.
Motor room pressure up.
So the funny thing about that hatch is they didn't have it locked down. So the motor room wasn't pressurized.
Room pressure up.
They just opened it right up, so it wasn't locked down. So if where they were going wasn't pressurized, they'd all be dead right now.
Sure. They were good.
The clipboards and the command module are floating around, but their bed straps were.
Here's a normal
HVAC piping, a cell tower antenna. Oh yeah, we'll just check all the pipes here. Lloyd, what are you doing? Oh, look over here. I think I see something that reminds me of Texas. The big hard rock.
We're still drifting.
Fascinating.
Amber?
After 14 hours and 12 minutes, we've covered 112,000 miles. We'll come within the gravitational attraction of the moon.
That's not important right now. Without power, we're helplessly suspended in space.
There's no power, then how are there lights in the capsule?
Even if we were already within the gravitational reach, we'd still be unable to make a landing. We need power to land.
Checked and double-checked all connections. Primers, fuel injectors. Can't find a thing wrong.
Damn.
And it must be the fuel mixture.
It must be. It's all the woman's fault. She's the chemist.
How much oxygen do we carry?
Don't worry. We have plenty left for the trip.
Gone. So the trip is planned, you mean?
This is what I want to do. I'm stranded in space. All I want to do is play the harmonica.
Silence, you uncultured clump!
A differential 6 over m to the 30th power. The halfway check result is 262,000 to 341,000, both using tangent E, correct?
I've got to rest before I fall apart.
It must be the same. There's an error there.
My joints are almost frozen.
I have to say that you made an error and discard your figures. I'm sorry.
I've just about had enough of you.
Silence, you cackling coward!
Be malfunctioning within a day, you nearsighted scrap pile.
Silence, you ingot of ingratitude!
Yes, Doctor. Except that I feel very strongly I should say that we should try both.
We can't. To complete either calculation would take 6 to 8 hours. We can't afford the time. It's either one or the other, Dr. Van.
But it doesn't have to be. You can't be arbitrary about imposing your will when these people's lives are at stake. Don't you realize that? You speak as calmly as if you were saying pass the salt. Aren't you human? Are you made of ice? I'm sorry. I apologize.
For what? For momentarily being a woman? Completely understandable, Miss Van Horn. Now, shall we go ahead?
Yes, Doctor.
Tangent L9.
Yeah, you need a driver there, buddy.
Who's this?
This is Jake, calling about the job driving. I saw it in the paper.
Really? Yes. We located the RXM's position at 7:16 this morning. Since then, there has been very little change.
Huh? Speak up there. What did you say?
You fill an application with us?
No. Look, I saw the ad in the paper, and I'm calling you, fruitcake. I'm looking for a job driving a truck.
Reggae to mine.
The wind that blows between the worlds. It cut him like a knife.
What?
I think it's a line from Kipling's Tomlinson. The poem about the chap, someone in our fix. He couldn't get into heaven or hell. Suspended in space.
Would you do something for me, please?
Sure.
I need those 2 graphs under Dr. Ekstrom's arm. Tired and shaky, I might awaken him.
Tired and shaky. He's tired and shaky, and she might awaken him.
I know the feeling.
I wouldn't lock him off his sleep for anything.
I knocked over a 10-foot Christmas tree once, all decorated, my cousin's house, just from trying to do something when I was too tired. It was about 1 o'clock in the morning. Kids woke up, came rushing in. First they thought I was Santa Claus lying there with a busted tinsel star in my nose.
And then they just realized it was their drunken father.
I spoiled everything.
Thanks.
What's wrong? Why don't you take a minute off from that? You're worn out.
I can't.
You'll think cleverer if you do.
I don't have a clue what you're talking about, Phil. Not a fucking clue.
Long missions. Too bad.
I have a shell the size of a fist in my head. Pork chop hill. The only way I can get this goddamn tube to stay on is by magnetizing the entire upper left quadrant of my skull. So you just go ahead and do what you do. You have any soup?
You're right. I'm not even thinking straight anymore. Numbers buzz in my head like wasps.
Wasps.
I ought to think of something different.
Over here, look at this.
Something no human being ever saw before.
I was up there with him.
You know, it's funny. One never thinks of the Earth that way. As a dying planet with nothing to give out but reflected light. A mere moon.
Don't speak so disrespectfully of the moon. Mere moon. I've done some of my best work by moonlight.
Especially when I'm alone.
Found its light very effective.
For navigation?
For any purpose. Don't underrate it. Moonlight's potent.
You're speaking of its effect on men and women?
On women. I don't need this stuff myself.
Oh, you're immune.
Well, just don't need it. But did you ever park in an open convertible on the cliffs overlooking the Pacific? A warm summer night with a big hung up there like a lantern. Blue light from it walking across the water. Radio playing a nice tune. Waves whooshing on the beach.
No,
Where do they teach you to talk like this in
Yes,
some Panama
unfortunately,
City sailor want to
I
hop
never
on a
had
bar?
time
Sell crazy
nor
someplace
thought
else.
to do
We're all
anything much
stocked up
beyond my
here.
profession.
Don't tell me that you never looked at that old moon except for astronomical reasons.
You're right. I have. In Rome once. In Switzerland. At Lake Lugano. What a nice stroll.
Stroll?
Yes. Yes, we walked slowly around the edge of the lake for 2 hours.
She walked around the edge of the lake for 2 hours? Oh my God. Who walks around for 2 hours? They walked around for 2 hours.
I never stopped.
I know.
Well, everybody to his own taste.
It was lovely there. Water black like cold coffee. The moonlight like flecks of ice cream floating on it. Music from the hotel.
What? The moonlight like flecks of ice cream? What? She's definitely not a poet.
Oh, but that was so long ago. Another world. Fine scientist I am.
What?
Daydreaming.
It's good for you once in a while.
Good. Suppose it is, but not now.
I still say it.
Say what?
That moonlight's effective stuff.
You're quite right.
What effect a double dose like this would have on a convertible?
Oh, sorry.
Lovey, skip it.
Meteorites!
Oh my god. Meteorites. They look like cat poop. They look like cat poop. Scooped out of a litter box. There goes the cat poop. What was that? They cleaned out the litter box.
I've been through some pretty heavy flack in my day, but that's the worst I've ever had thrown at me. Heavenly flack. Hey.
Hey.
Maybe somebody don't want us to get where we aim to get.
Oh. It's a galactic being, perhaps, like Zantarsky?
Oh, cheer up, Harry. After what we've been through, we'll get there, all right? Maybe it'd have been better if one of them had struck the shit. At least have been sudden.
Be suicidal.
Now, your computation?
We have to add 12% O3 to A16.
Right. 12% O3 to A16. This means we'll have to rearrange some of the fuel tanks and all the connections. I will replace these H tanks with these.
The motor room's pressurized. Think you can manage a half-ton tank?
Oh, sure. Down on my ranch, I used to throw a little old 1,000-pound steer over my shoulder every morning.
Sure that wasn't a little old bull you were throwing.
Jesus Christ.
And then back down in the engine room.
Hello. With 45 cap. And what do you need? Good work.
All right, Samson, let's see you do your stuff.
Think I was kidding, huh?
You'll never prove it to me here.
Everything's floating, but them and the big steel pipes.
Doctor.
Wrenches.
Can we be quite sure these proportions are safe? We never proved them by experiment.
The mathematical theory is beyond question.
But tiny here waste is.
O3, though. Sometimes it behaves unpredictably.
Woman's intuition again.
Lloyd, it's going at it now.
12% O3 to A16.
12% O3 to A16. And chart deviation is 32 degrees. Present position is...
We'll correct course when we're in powered flight once more.
All right.
All ready?
Ready. Stand by, everybody.
Hang on. Okay. I'm hanging on. I gotta do it, guys. Crash course from Mars. Must be.
Hey, Jack's Liquor Store.
As Jack's Liquor Store?
That's right, pal.
Yeah, you guys deliver?
We deliver.
You got any tequila?
We have tequila.
Tequila.
Yeah.
You got a quartz?
Quartz. We have quartz.
I don't want any quartz.
All right, how much do you want?
They are completely off their course.
They're completely off their rockers.
Moving with incredible velocity. Out into limitless space. I can't understand it.
You can hear wind. How can you hear wind in a capsule?
It's getting to be goddamn ridiculous.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh, my head hurts so bad. Oh.
Floyd. Floyd.
Floyd. Oh my God.
You all right?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm all right. Harry.
Harry.
You're not getting enough oxygen?
No. Phil. Dr. X-M. Dr. X-M. Dr. X-M. Dr. X-M.
How long has it been since?
I'm afraid you'll never know.
How are the others?
I think everybody's going to be all right.
It must have been days.
Fortunately, the engines were turned off.
When?
I must have turned the levers off when I blacked out.
What speed? You know the consequences of a body moving with unchecked velocity in free space.
Oh, no, I don't.
Infinite motion.
Heavens.
So we made a little detour. Now we gotta double back that last road sign. Come on, let's go to work.
Let's go to work. Let's do it,
Try
friends.
to determine our present velocity if possible.
Can't be. The instruments must have gone crazy.
I don't think so. By heading into space, we've added the Earth's orbital velocity to our own.
But we're really moving.
I should say at least several times the maximum speed of your indicator. Any progress, Harry?
Should at least have an approximation of our position very shortly.
Fuel consumption?
In just a moment.
Doctor.
What?
I cut in resistances to raise the scale.
But look. Acceleration. Definite acceleration, but the motor's off. That's impossible unless...
This can't be correct.
What?
I seem to be getting a strong reflection of impulse directly ahead 50,000 miles.
That explains it.
Explains what?
What?
Of course.
What? Look out the window. Oh. Tangerine. Beach ball.
It couldn't be mere chance.
That's a bit.
I don't quite know how to tell you it, so... If I could have even dreamed that an incredible set of circumstances, each precisely and exactly timed, would carry us unerringly through space to our most congenial planetary neighbor, Mars, I would... Mars?
It's utterly
unreal. No doubt whatsoever. Unmistakable.
Mars. What do you know?
Jesus H. Christ.
What does it mean, Doctor?
It means there are times when a mere scientist is going as far as he can.
Goddamn
we must pause and observe respectfully while something infinitely greater assumes control. I believe this is one of those times.
We shall go on, of course.
Our overall fuel consumption was
They went
42%.
33 miles
A
through
Martian landing,
space in just a
approaching
few
a planet with
days.
atmosphere, is far easier than the lunar maneuver. Certainly we shall go on. We should be betraying an unprecedented opportunity to do otherwise.
And I'd suggest there's a couple of little things we might do. This ship isn't going to land itself, you know.
Go play the harmonica.
Mohawk. I'll be darned. We must first compute the correct thrust and fuel mixture to comply with anticipated conditions.
Escape velocity 12,500 miles an hour. Oxygen at surface level 15%.
Prepare to change the parallel course at distance 1,500 miles.
Right.
Yes.
I've located them.
Located what?
The Earth and Moon.
Where are they?
Here, tell you what.
Looks pretty close by. A lot closer than 33 million miles away.
Is it all right to call Texas on your spec now?
As we are now in parallel flight, we are reducing speed and altitude. At 50 miles altitude, we will execute a turn of 90 degrees, bringing the rocket into landing position. Since the gravitational attraction of Mars is only half as powerful as that of Earth, a thrust of 1,200 tons will be sufficient to make the landing. Fuel?
Hydrogen and oxygen plus A12.
Altitude 70 miles. 65. I died. 60. 55 miles.
Stand by to turn.
50.
Turn.
50.
Impact.
We're turning again. Oh my god. I don't understand what that is. The windows are moving or something? Look out, everyone. We're turning. We're leveling off. Mars. Atmosphere.
Energy return completed.
Reduce power.
Thank God.
That.
Jesus. We spent 10 minutes just landing on Mars.
Altitude 40 miles. 38 miles.
I only hope the light holds out. It's getting dark down below.
I wonder if there's any sexy savages down there for me.
Prepare to increase thrust at altitude 15 miles.
Use the hype.
It's getting darker rapidly. As far as I can make out,
Yes.
the terrain is suitable for landing.
Altitude 6 miles.
Yes, just from looking out that little window.
5 miles.
So they don't have any
20,000
radar
feet.
or anything?
18,000.
Thrust at present 1,250 tons.
Stand by to increase power.
15,000. 12,000. 10,000. 8,000. 7,000. 6,000.
We're losing altitude too fast. Increase thrust to 3,000 tons.
4,000 feet. 3,000. 2,000 feet.
Reduce thrust slowly to 1,250 tons.
1,000. 500.
What's that? Oh, so they
Save the
crashed?
engines.
Yes.
Nice work, Floyd.
Landing gear on this thing or what?
Mars extending us a welcome. Now we're prepared to disembark first thing in the morning. In the meantime, we can rest and get our equipment ready.
Well, that's what I've been waiting for.
Yeah. I wish he was getting his equipment ready a long time ago when he saw the tight butt of that guy.
Yeah, I've been itching to get into one of these things.
Kinky
Sorry to
boy.
disappoint you, Bill. We have atmosphere here. We won't need pressure suit. which works greatly in our favor, too. We can accomplish so much more unencumbered. As far as equipment's concerned, we'll take oxygen masks, camera, paraphernalia.
What about data for the return trip? Must be exact and precise. Hadn't we better begin preparation?
Yes, of course, you're right. We have so little time here. Such an opportunity. Let's think about that for a little while first.
Okay.
Oh, it's red now. Wow. Guess they do have little landing gear on there. Our antique hot water heater landed safely. Looks like Sedona. Sedona, Arizona. I must admit the cinematography on this one is far better than anything else I've shown up to this point.
Guy. Yo. Baba. And then
That looks like White Sands. White Sands, New Mexico.
very old.
I love their luxurious gas masks they bought at the Army Navy store for the film. They bring a 30-06 hunting rifle. That crazy music, man. Oh, made it down there with him. We've made it back to California, folks.
Look at the rock formations ahead. Notice the abundant coloration? Green, orange, yellow, black.
A sign of tremendous mineralization.
Manganese, copper, nickel, pitchblende. Immense deposits of pitchblende.
You figure on staking out a claim here? Just making sure we can find our way back.
Yeah.
Yes, baby. Baby, what? On. Too good.
Oh, Mom, I'm not on Mars. No, I'm right here in Ohio. I'm not going anywhere yet. Oh, I don't want mashed potatoes. No. Honey, can you get me a beer? Oh.
All we've seen so far is rock and sand. Sand and rocks.
Yeah.
It's like living in Arizona.
I wonder when we're going to run across some of these Martians. You know, for what I read, that they've got pale faces and pinheads and fishy eyes.
What? How dare he? Fishy eyes, you little bucka bastard. Ah, dare he insult my race?
There we go.
My God. How much longer can this go on? I got army boots on. Where did the $90,000 go to make this film? It certainly wasn't in the wardrobe. What the hell do they spend their money on?
You maniac! You blew it up! Oh, damn you! God damn you all to hell!
It's like an old power station. It's African art up in Mars. The director said, okay, Bill, Lloyd, go bury a piece of this fake African art in the desert. We'll pretend it's a Martian relic.
Beautiful.
Jesus H. Christ.
The mind that conceived this must have been of a high order of intelligence. At least the equal of ours. Perhaps considerably above ours.
That a complex, organized society existed here once.
Yes, from all indication, thousands of years ago. I wonder how it happened.
There's always the possibility of a meteor. But then it would have created a depression like a moon crater.
No, this wasn't caused by a meteor. This is definitely blast effect coupled with intense heat.
There's a strong field of radiation over there.
You'd better stop. The radioactivity is at the danger level. Ironic, isn't it?
Yeah,
the mind of man,
very ironic.
Wherever you encounter it, Earth or Mars, the highest attainments of human intellect, always diverted to self-destruction.
I can't tell if they have a boom mic and they record these people talking through their masks, or they put it in post and try to make it sound like they're talking through their masks.
Perhaps the entire surface of the planet is one vast ruin, like this. Well, do you think we ought to stand back to the ship?
I agree to that. We're neither prepared nor equipped for any stay here.
We have supplies for several days. Let's use this precious time as effectively as we can.
I agree with Dr. X-M. A day here is more valuable than years of research on Earth.
Well, okay then, let's get going.
Grab on. Do it.
What a lesson here for our world. One blast, thousands of years of civilization wiped out.
Could there have been any survivors?
I should hate to think so. We still don't know all the genetic effects of radiation, but that it will produce mutations, malformities, disfigurements, blindness, that much we're sure of from research. A blast like this I should hate to think that any survive.
Why don't you try to get some rest?
If I ever get back to Texas, I'll know better than to leave again. Yes, sir.
He's obsessed with Texas. My God. Shut the hell up about Texas, dude.
No, I'll find them. And the effective time quick. And I'll keep it about
Those monsters.
Bill, what? That's
Those monsters.
Jesus H. Christ.
There were men out there. Look, you gotta believe me. It wasn't a night, Bill. I haven't slept at all. I tell you, I saw them.
The Martian air. You're hallucinating, you asshole.
And when I yelled, they disappeared.
All right, let's go see.
Let's go. All of us, run out there. We're right into danger. Oh. That shot was way too long.
Right here. When they heard me, they disappeared in there.
Yes.
Dr. Ekstrom, look at these footprints.
It don't take a Navajo to figure out what caused these. It's hard to
There's
believe.
no Navajo
Now
up there.
maybe you'll agree to return to the ship.
We can't stop now. We must follow, find out what kind of creatures they are. It's tremendously important.
You don't know how many there are. And supposing hostile with one rifle and a pistol. You want a prayer.
That's the chance we have to take.
He's still wearing a
Wait here.
tie.
I'm going ahead.
This kind of thing is just my meat. Mind if I come along?
Thank you, Ben. I'm with you, Doctor.
Sure.
No, Floyd, you three stay. I'll have to make that
Like
an
hunting
order.
in Texas.
Come on, Bill.
Let's go. By 30 out of 6. It's a whole platoon of Martians. The woman's more masculine than the men in this film. Hold on. Look out. It's Will and Holly and Chaka. There's Holly. Oh, gorgeous cave woman. Oh. We're back in the land of the lost. There's a common theme in these films. They always seem to be intertwined with dinosaurs and prehistoric times. Why is that? Every single movie. Look at her, fuck her.
It's getting to be goddamn ridiculous. What?
Oh, comes Will and Holly. Is she blind or something? Guy's got a hairy back. Good Lord, shave for that axe, buddy.
Atomic age to stone.
Look out! Run!
Bill!
Bill! Oh, Bill got crushed. Bill's not going hunting in Texas anymore. Oh, look at that, you humans. Rocks. Horrifying. Just shoot in the hip. Send the sassy boy up. His six shooter. Why is he shooting up above their heads? Like that movie Caveman with Ringo Starr. Look at the hair on the guy's back. Bill! Where is he?
Dr. X-M!
Where's Bill?
Fake axe in his back. Lifting up by his head, that makes sense.
No.
We're not savages, us Martians. We don't have stone tools like that. We'd have shot them with lasers.
Poor, crazed, despairing wretches. Give it up.
Go to him.
You must get back to Earth. Kill them or be frozen.
Yes.
Maybe this will.
Oh, he's dead. Dead as a doornail. Ugh. Look out! They're throwing rocks! Oh, leave our compadre in the desert of Mars to rot. Oh. Now look, it's the same guy. I think it's the same guy, and the axe isn't in his back anymore. I don't know who this guy is that falls. Watch. Oh, maybe he's a different guy. Take that, you human. How many bullets does that have? Like 10, 20 bullets in a revolver? Well, somehow now they're taking off. They just go from being dragged, beaten to death with rocks, stoned to death, and back on. Oh.
I wish Harry were able to help. It's impossible to get a precise result without radar.
You've done a wonderful job.
Well, you can wish in one hand
should have
and
fuel enough
crap
for
in the
landing.
other,
When
and
will
see
fuel
which
years
gets
gravity?
filled
As
first.
soon as there's an increase in speed. According to elapsed time and velocity chart, almost any minute now. But without a check from Harry, it's...
I know we're in a tight spot, but we'll manage somehow.
Oh. Now she's got a turtleneck on. She changed her outfit. She had time to change her outfit to a tight turtleneck. They'd just been chased across the surface of Mars by cavemen who killed 2 of their people. And she had time to change it to a turtleneck. Corrugated steel walls.
Any sign of increase in speed?
Not yet. You know, you're a pretty swell girl, Lisa.
Girl?
Oh, now he's got a boner for
I'm
Lisa.
not Dr. Van Horn anymore.
No, just Lisa.
Yeah.
Doing her
I
job.
just realized.
No, I don't see it that way at all. I see a woman sweet, gentle, and beautiful.
I'm not the same,
Somehow, no.
but I am, you know. The same as...
Well, maybe I've changed then, but I feel that I've never known you before.
Will you, do something for me, please?
Sure, what?
Take off your pants.
Say my name the way you did a moment ago.
Lisa.
All right, calling BWS.
Her hair's
XM
been
calling
redone
BWS.
too. Her hair is great now.
BWS.
Just been chased through the deserts of Mars
Come in, BWS.
by cavemen, and her hair looks great.
Can't They won't answer. They won't ever answer.
Of course they will.
Speed's increasing. We're gonna make it. Shut off the fuel.
Hey, look out. We got it, baby. We're heading back to Earth. Yeah. Lloyd saved the day. Doctor, you're wrong. Lloyd, you're wrong. You're going to have a son named Jeff, and he's going to appear in the movie King Kong in 1976.
I'm sorry. I wish I could help.
You heard what
I
Floyd
wish you
said.
could too.
Everything will be all right.
About the fuel, we lost so much.
We'll have enough for landing.
How are we doing?
Not so good.
Well, what's the matter? Everything's worked out so far, right in the nose.
We haven't got enough fuel for landing. Not even for an approach.
The motors were functioning
no.
perfectly before I shut them off.
And 1/10 capacity. Sorry, it's all my fault.
Maybe it's only the instruments.
A woman screwed it up for everybody, goddamn woman. Trying to be. She's a DEI hire.
And it's hopeless.
Hopeless.
You're lost.
Let's fuck now.
Everything is lost.
Yes.
Oh, Dr.
Even this
X-Tom's
movie is
work in
lost.
vain.
An hour and 15 minutes
Now
of my
the-
life is lost.
The terrible truth we learned.
No. Maybe there's still a chance. We must be close enough for shortwave. Try to contact the base.
If we only
Yes.
could.
Get a hold of the base,
We must
Lloyd.
report everything.
Do it now.
Tell them as much as we can. What we saw. The mistakes that we made.
The things we felt.
RXM calling BWS. RXM calling BWS.
Dr. Fleming, the radio control room just called. They've contacted the RXM.
My God. There's still 5 minutes left of this thing, and they're running down that long hallway. Oh my God. Why do they stretch this thing out? My God, 5 more minutes. I don't know if I can take it. Oh, this
There's too much
horrible.
interference. You better use these, Doctor.
BWS. Fleming speaking. Calling RXM. Come in, RXM. And repeat that again, please, Dr. Van Horn.
What, 2%. 03 minus H 16. My algebra, I wasn't good at algebra. I don't know what that means.
What about Dr. Ekstrom?
It must be serious. Oh my God. Is love is not returning. Oh my god. Oh my god, we still have 3 minutes of melodrama. An old high school science lab.
Haircut.
Now at least they know.
2 minutes and counting till
Sorry.
the end of this film.
Hold me.
My god.
Hold me tight.
Hold me.
I wish I knew
Oh,
some
I'll hold you
words
tight,
would help.
baby.
I'm sorry that we haven't had any time. That we didn't meet or know each other the way we do now sooner.
Time isn't so important.
Oh, yes, it is.
Too bad you can put yourself deep inside me.
We can say that time is behind us. We've had years together.
Yes.
I could tell you about 1,000 wonderful hours we spent together because I feel we would hence never mind. There's not that much difference between the future and the past.
Not if you feel this way about it anymore.
Looks like he's...
What good would it do? It's only seconds, darling. Try not to be afraid.
Child. I'm not afraid anymore. Something happened like a great wave carrying us up, bearing us, protecting us.
Lloyd's gone.
Dr. Fleming?
Yes?
The men from the news syndicates are still waiting.
All right, let them come in.
All right. Let them come in as I look thoughtfully out the window.
Dr. Fleming, the pilot and crew of Flight 19 International Airlines observed a strange object falling over Nova Scotia. According to their report, it could have been the RXM.
My office has been getting the same story over the wires for hours.
We know the RXM has been overdue a long time. Is there any connection, Doctor?
As yet, there has been no confirmation, but yes, I believe there is a connection.
Then they all perished in the crash.
No, 2 were lost early.
But the flight must be considered a failure.
Failure? Every point of our rocket theory has been established. It has proven that interspace travel is not only possible, but practicable. And it has supplied us with information which may well mean the salvation of our own world. No, gentlemen. The flight of the RXM was not a failure. Tomorrow we start construction of RXM-2.
Thank God. He's just looking at him like he's crazy. Oh, my heart is swelling with pride. Oh, God. Thank God that's over, my friends. Oh, God. What a torturous movie that was. Propaganda, anti-nuke junk. And then it's all to put America in the mindset that in 19 years they'll be on the moon with Neil Armstrong. Oh, my God. What a horrendous production that was. What a bunch of that was. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that was Rocketship X-M. If you liked it, give it a pukes up. If you don't, give it a pukes down. Comment, tell your friends about Midnight Mutant Theater. And unfortunately, I've run out of gas. Zontarsky, out.